2 episodes of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage have already aired, so I can truly claim that I was mistaken about it, and I formally apologize for it. Hence, it was obvious that I would also cover the newest program in Chuck Lorre's developing universe. Set following the events of the young Sheldon conclusion, Georgie and Mandy's first marriage aims to keep profiting from the success of its parent series even long after it is finished. I completely get why young Sheldon had to stop, even though he was still somewhat famous. They intended to respect the accepted chronology of Sheldon's relocation to California after years of defying the Big Bang Theory canon by producing innumerable narrative flaws to differing degrees. Having said that, it's also not a secret that I was advocating for the Coopers rebranding from the prequel instead of starting a new program. Along with keeping young Sheldon's tone and style, it would have been a simpler change. CBS had other ideas, though, which made me highly dubious about Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. Why did the multicam format of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage concern me? Presenting a new spinoff always carries risks, especially with connections to established shows. 2 failed offshoots showing that relationships by themselves cannot lead to success are Cheers the Tortellis and Friends Joey. Naturally, I was concerned about Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, particularly since it would turn its attention from the Cooper family to the McAllisters, who now form its ensemble group. Still, more than anything else, I worried about the format's alteration. Being a single-camera series, young Sheldon was filmed in closed-door settings. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, meantime, is a multicam sitcom akin to The Big Bang Theory, which was shot in front of a live studio audience. Though not horrible, the setup of the nerd-centric sitcom gave it a more funny tone based on its general feel. It's just that I wanted Georgie and Mandy's first marriage to have the same storytelling style, mixing comedy and drama, as its parent series, and it was difficult to picture that in a multi-camera scenario. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage premiere proves that it can still effectively execute dramatic scenes. As it happens, I had hardly anything to be really worried about. Having seen the first 2 episodes of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, I find it somewhat remarkable how well the show manages to strike comedy against drama, given the laughter of the live audience. For young Sheldon, the single-camera arrangement truly worked since it let the filmmaker regulate the story's tempo. These sequences may breathe since it could remain in a dramatic or stressful moment for as long as it needed. Given that Georgie and Mandy's first marriage had live viewers to accommodate, filming in front of people lacks that luxury. Still, it can handle emotional events rather successfully. I particularly remember Georgie and Jim's discussion about George's death, as it was then that I understood that first marriage isn't holding back when exploring more complex narratives. Not least of importance is the outstanding cast. Without sacrificing their dynamics fun, Montana Jordan and Emily Osment are outstanding during Georgie and Mandy's more serious talks. How the structure of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage could improve it over young Sheldon. It does not mean that the tragic scene Georgie and Mandy's first marriage executes loses its comedy just because it is so superb. If anything, I believe it increases its inventive and exact nature. The multi-camera arrangement makes several humor sources possible. While young Sheldon mostly depended on its language for its humor, Georgie and Mandy's first marriage can also tap into physical comedy to bring in laughter, which is better, as shown by my holy grail sitcom, Frasier, the series Lorre referenced to explain the change in structure for his new program. In principle, Mee-Maw's shaking face while the house shakes is humorous. Yet, the audience's laughter adds additional hysterics to it. The same is true in the last scene of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage episode 2, when Georgie asks his sobbing sister whether visiting George's cemetery helped her, and she responds angrily. With its comedy, which young Sheldon lacked, the new program can leverage the enthusiasm of the viewers.